Welcome to our journey through the divine and mythical tales of Hindu mythology. In this series, we delve into the 10 magnificent incarnations of Lord Vishnu, known as the Dashavatar. These avatars, each unique and profound, have shaped the course of time, restoring balance and righteousness in the universe. Lord Vishnu, the preserver and protector of the universe, manifests in various forms whenever evil threatens to overwhelm good. His avatar descends to earth to uphold dharma, the cosmic law and order, and to guide humanity toward righteousness. Join us as we uncover the profound wisdom and timeless lesson embodied in the Dashavatar. Whether you are a devotee, a seeker of knowledge, or simply a lover of stories, these tales will inspire and enlighten you. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with each episode. Let's embark on this divine voyage together. Matsya Avatar. Exhausted, Brahma stretched out and yawned. His day work was over. The end of current kalpa was imminent. As his eyelid dropped with sleep, without his knowledge, the Vedas slipped out of his mouth. The Asura, Hagriv, was alert. This is my chance. I must now concentrate with all my mind, and the Vedas falling out of Creator's mouth will enter mine. But Vishnu, the preserver, caught Hagrivs in the act. The Asura is absorbing the Vedas. They will be lost to the next kalpa. I must retrieve them. There are but a few days left for Pralaya, the Great Flood. The term Great Flood typically refers to a widespread myth or story found in many cultures about a massive flood that covered the earth and wiped out most of humanity and animal life. Here are few key examples. The biblical flood. One of the most well-known flood stories is found in the Bible, in the book of Genesis. This story describes how God decided to flood the earth to cleanse it of human wickedness, sparing only Noah and his family, and pairs of each animal species. Noah builds an ark to survive the flood, which lasts for 40 days and nights. The Epic of Gilgamesh. This ancient Mesopotamian text indicates a flood story where the god decided to destroy humanity with a flood. Utnapishtim, the protagonist, is warned and builds a boat to save himself, his family, and various living creatures. Deucalion and Pyrrha in Greek mythology. In Greek mythology, Zeus decides to end the Bronze Age with a great flood. Deucalion and his wife Pyrrha are warned by the god Prometheus and survive by building an ark. And finally, Hindu flood myth. As he wondered what to do, he saw the royal sage Ya'wat, a staunch devotee, offering water to the mains. I will take the form of a fish and retrieve the Vedas while doing a good turn to my devotee. He shall live through Pralaya to become the Manu of the 7th Manvantara of the next kalpa. As Ya'wat scooped up next handful of water, what is this? A wee fish? Poor creature, how frightened it must be. I'll drop it back over the river. He was about to do so when, "O king, do not throw me back into the water. Helpless as I am, other creatures of the river will soon eat me up." Ya'wat was moved. Don't fear, little one. I will certainly protect you. He put a fish into his kamandal and took it to his hermitage. That night, however, the fish grew and grew till it filled the whole kamandal. In the morning, when Satyavata went to see if it was all right, "O king, this kamandal is too small. Please find a more spacious vessel for me." Removing it from the kamandal, Satyavata placed it in a large vessel of water. But within barely an hour, "O king, even this vessel is too small. I have sought your protection. You must find the living space for me." Satyavata pushed the vessel into a large pond near the hermitage and tipped the fish into it. But in no time, the fish grew till it filled the whole pond. "O king, lead me to a lake, a deep, large one. I will die if I remain here." Satyavata took the fish to a number of lakes, each larger than the previous one. "But I need more water, O king. You are bound to provide it." Exasperated, Satyavata decided to lead it to the ocean. But when they got there, "O valiant king, do not leave me here and go. The gigantic creatures of the sea may eat me." Satyavata now becomes suspicious. "Who are you? I have neither seen nor heard of a wonderful creature like you. In one day, you have grown big enough to cover the largest of lakes. Could you be—" "You are Lord Narayana. Please forgive me." And Satyavata prostrated himself before the fish. "Hail to you, Supreme One. I know you assume different forms and come to earth but the good of all. But why have you come in this lowly form?" The Lord looked lovingly at his devotee. 7 days from now, all the three worlds will be submerged by the ocean, which will rise for the dissolution of creation. At that time, a spacious boat sent by me will approach you. Meanwhile, you must collect all the herbs and seeds and animal you want for the next kalpa. Then, along with the Saptarishis, get into the boat and await me. Don't forget to bring Vasuki, king of the serpents, with you." The fish set off its other mission. When Hagriv saw the gigantic fish approach, he was filled with terror. "But I must not open my mouth, lest I lose the Vedas." That was easier said than done. The fish soon put an end to him, and there, the Vedas are safe. I'll restore them to Brahma as he wakes up from his slumber immediately before the next kalpa. 7 days later, huge cloud gathered over the ocean. The rain poured down in torrents. The ocean began rising, and huge tidal waves began swallowing the earth. Meditate on the Lord. He has promised us deliverance. As advised by the fish, Satyavata and his Saptarishis waited on the shores. Suddenly, "Ah, there comes the boat, as the Lord had promised. Be prepared to go on board." As soon as the vessel touched the shores, Satyavata, along with the Saptarishi and the selected living creatures, boarded it. As their boat was tossed about by the turbulent ocean, they suddenly saw the fish approach them. It had a horn now and was golden in color. It lit up the darkening skies, reassuring the inmates of the boat. "Listen, fasten the vessel to my horn, using Vasuki as a rope. Do not fear. Not one of you shall come to any harm." While they sailed on the vast expanse of water throughout the nights of Brahma, Vishnu taught Satyavata and the Saptarishis the highest form of truth, which has come down to us as a collection of Puranic lore called the Matsya Purana. Thus, Vishnu saved true devotees from dissolution so that they might carry divine knowledge to the next kalp. In this story, we learned about survival, divine intervention, and the cyclical nature of the universe. This myth, primarily found in the ancient texts like the Matsya Purana and the Bhagavata Purana, tells us the tale of Manu as Satyavrat, the first man, and the divine fish Matsya, an avatar of God Vishnu.